A Chinese general warns that the new U.S. missile defense shield may spark a nuclear upgrade in China. Major General Cheng Hu of China's National Defense University says that China may need to modernize its nuclear arsenal to respond to the destabilizing effect of a planned U.S.-backed missile defense system. He said the missile defense shield would undermine their strategic stability, and it's also alarmed Russia. This is why you're seeing the Russian bomber drills coming closer and closer to the Arctic, to U.S. airspace. The United States is spending about $10 billion a year to develop, test, and deploy missile defenses, which would include a European shield as part of a layered system. In places like Poland and the Czech Republic, it's causing major alarm in Russia. These are the very actions that could potentially lead to World War III. The defenses would also include ship-based interceptors that could be deployed in the Middle East and Asia Pacific. For instance, as a hedge against North Korea, plus ground-based missile interceptor silos in Alaska and California. Moscow says the interceptors that the United States and NATO are deploying will be able to destroy their own warheads in flight by about 2018, upsetting the post-Cold War balance of power. The comments by Xu, who stirred controversy in 2005 by suggesting that China could use nuclear weapons if the United States intervened militarily in a conflict over Taiwan, he indicated that this is an argument that also resonates in China. China closely guards information about its nuclear weapons. However, the U.S. Department of Defense has said that China has about 130 to 195 deployed nuclear-capable ballistic missiles. So, all the evidence indicates that a war is about to be staged at some point in our future between China, Russia, and the United States. And when you go through the history, when you go through the background information that led up to all of this, you see the same military-industrial complex that's armed the world to the teeth. And this is a very bad thing. Now, a former Pentagon analyst reports that the Chinese government has, quote, pervasive access to about 80% of the world's communications, and they're currently looking to nail down the remaining 20%. Chinese companies like Huawei, or it's also pronounced Huawei, and ZTE Corporation are reportedly to blame for the industrial sabotage. And what's interesting is this company, Huawei, is also located in Plano, Texas. Got a video here. This is from the ribbon-cutting ceremony in late 2010. The current governor of Texas, Rick Perry, is taking the slogan, "Come and take it," to a whole new bizarre level as he welcomes the Huawei Corporation to Plano, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. We'll be back in a few.
Pleasure to be in what I would suggest is one of the most dynamic areas in the world, certainly in the United States, and if you're dynamic in Texas, you are dynamic in the United States right now. So it's a great day to be in Plano. And one of the things I most enjoy doing, Representative Button, is welcoming companies into the state of Texas, and to be able to see that growth, the number of employees. I mean, what a great presentation you put together here, and the power of this company, and the dynamic of growth, and almost exponential growth of both employees and sales, and why you're here, and thank you for recognizing why you're here. That this state has, Angie and her colleagues have helped create an environment in this state where entrepreneurs know that they can come and risk their capital and have a good chance to get a return.
That was from the ribbon-cutting ceremony, hosted by former presidential candidate, as if he was actually running, Rick Perry. But what I've got to mention here is that this isn't getting a lot of press. This isn't causing a lot of concern here in the United States, even though the State Department has indicated that Huawei is widely suspected to be involved in espionage and a lot of things. So we're just going to start selling cell phones from Huawei in the United States, or doing business with this company. If you look online, you're also going to find congressional records where there's been some aspects, some members of Congress that have tried to block this company from doing business in the United States. Now, apparently this particular place in Plano is the U.S. headquarters for this company, which is set to expand its operations in the United States.